It's that time of year again. Dozens of global leaders and foreign dignitaries descend on New York City to discuss the top issues affecting the world.
It's UN week, of course, but you already knew that if you live on the east side of Manhattan, right? Expect a major gridlock up and down the east side. We're talking parts of 1st and 2nd Ave between 42nd and 48th totally closed, with even more controlled security zones and fewer traffic lanes. As a general rule of thumb, public transit is your best bet.
Yeah, certainly as we get it, traffic's going to be very frustrating. But then, of course, there is this, right? The actual meetings that are happening between delegations, major geopolitical implications this week's General Assembly, and that could affect the Middle East crisis that we see between, what's happening in Gaza and Israel, as well as a war in Ukraine. So let's get to Eyewitness News reporter Jaysha Patel from the east side.
Good morning, Michelle, Pedro, and Danny. Well, we're already seeing a heavy police presence. NYPD officers are out in full force as world leaders will gather in the city. One major topic expected to take center stage is Palestine. There's growing pressure on Israel as some world leaders have come forward and formally recognized Palestine as a state. This morning, the city is on high alert as it prepares for world leaders to attend the United Nations General Assembly. City leaders and federal partners have a multi-layered security plan in place this week. They'll be monitoring threats online, on the ground, and even in the sky using drones. At this time, there are no known specific or credible threats against the United Nations.
If we see something that is potentially a threat, we need to be paranoid about running that to ground. Whether it's an email on cyberspace or it's an Instagram post, or it's somebody out on the street saying something that they shouldn't say that's a threat to our protectee, we run all of those to ground.
President Donald Trump is expected to speak tomorrow. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will do the same Wednesday, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will deliver his speech Friday. Tensions are high this week as pressure on Israel continues to mount as the war and starvation crisis continues in Gaza. The UK, Australia, Canada, and Portugal have formally announced the recognition of a Palestinian state.
In the face of the growing horror in the Middle East, we are acting to keep alive the possibility of peace and a two-state solution.
This move opposed by the U.S. and Israel. France and Saudi Arabia will hold an international peace conference in support of a two-state solution today.
I'd like to see a diplomatic solution. There's a lot of anger and a lot of hatred, you know that, and there has been for a lot of years. This is not something new, but hopefully we'll get something new. We're studying Gaza and dealing with Gaza very strongly. That's a real mess.
Netanyahu says he plans to meet with President Trump in private this week, and the president is expected to arrive in the city tonight. On the east side, Jaysha Patel, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.